territory days and had great runs in various territories because he's smart and has great instincts. What was your take on, just based on what you read, because I'm assuming you haven't talked with him either, but what was your take on him leaving as abruptly from WWE as he did?
First of all, I saw the promo, which everybody called the pipe bomb.
Right.
And I thought it was brilliant. And that's my problem with wrestling these days, is not enough people believe it, first of all. And you could believe that because so much of it, as Jerry Jarrett taught me years ago, 30 years ago, tell them the truth A, B, C, so when you work them D and E, they believe it because A, B, and C was the truth, so why wouldn't, blah, blah, blah. The promo was brilliant. He's a great communicator.
Yeah.
He has a great personality, a great charisma. And then the following week, or whenever it was, when he came out to Cult of Personality, Vince does not like to pay for music rights. We know this. Mm-hmm. So I almost creamed because he got everything he wanted, and I knew that in his contract when I heard that music, and it fits him. And, at this point, I don't know what was going on. I'm not even as privy as you are, and you're not privy.
Nope.
Was he promised something he didn't get? Did he feel like he had accomplished everything that there was to accomplish? Nagging injuries physically, burnout mentally. All I know is the day that, and you were there, and you remember the day that I left WCW television at TBS at Center Stage in Atlanta and never came back. In the car on the way to Center Stage with Bob Eaton and Stan Lane, I had gotten up late. We'd been on the road. We hadn't been home in a week. I was tired. I was listless. I hated the idea of going to do this television, and I loved the wrestling business,
yep.
And I loved being in it. I'd never felt like that. When we got there, it just got worse, and the tale is recounted in my Midnight Express scrapbook, available at JimCornette.com.
There you have it, folks.
You can have it in your own home, but I understand. I just, the first cross thing that Ole Anderson said to me, I said, you know what, I'm going home. No, actually, he said, well, if you don't like it, go home. And I said, you know what, Ole, that's the best idea anybody's ever had.
Call me a cab.
I actually went out and asked Stan Lane for the car keys to the rental car, and he said, where are you going? I said, I'm going home. He said, I'm going with you.
Wow.
And then, we made peace with Bobby, who had a family and needed the income, and we went to Charlotte. I understand. You just don't want to do it anymore. This is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's your life. You're playing yourself, but it's still a part. It's physically taxing, mentally demanding. There's pressure. I'm proud for CM Punk that he's saved his money. He lives leanly, from what I've heard.
Yep.
He's made a lot of money. I'm proud for him that he can just say, I'm going to go home because I don't want to do this anymore. Yep. And I'm driving myself crazy. And he did. And I love it.
Well,
I love it.
I'm not going to preface my answer, my statement. Well, I'll ask you, do you think he's wrestled his last match?
I can't say that because I haven't talked to him. I don't know where he's at. Because, at the time I left WCW, I didn't give a crap.
Yeah.
We're PG here, folks.
Yes, we are.
Whether I ever went to a wrestling show again. And I did it for another 20 years, and then 2 years ago I said, I don't give a crap if I ever go to another wrestling show again.
Right. I don't think he's wrestled his last match. I'm not saying he's going to wrestle WWE again. I don't know that. I'm not saying that. I just think the guy is he loves the business like you and I do. I'm not going to go call any wrestling on a weekly TV show anymore. I know that. But I'm not telling you I'm not going to I wouldn't do something special here, there, and yon, or I'm doing this podcast. I'm going to keep doing things that keep me connected with the fans because that's what I am. But I think the guy he's too good and he loves it too much not to.
He might just go and do it in Chicago at a